Hello, Mortgage Coach professionals. My name is Dave Savage. Myself and Jacob Gibbs are bringing you a special call. TRID is out, and we did an interview called the TRID panel on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. We had Richard Horn. We had three top loan officers, and out of that, we want to teach everybody how to explain TIP to borrowers and realtors. This was by far the most commonly asked question during this panel. So hopefully you're on this call and you know what TIP is, or else there's a problem in itself. But we've got page one, we've got page two, and now on page three, there's the cost over 5 years, which is a big number, and then there's TIP. It's a big interest rate. And it was unanimous, all of the top mortgage professionals say, we need to explain this to every borrower, and we need to explain it before we give them the LE, the loan estimate. So at Mortgage Coach, that's what we do. We make that easy. We make that great. Graphs, charts, allowing you to add your video to this so that, pre-LE, when you're winning the trust, when you're educating your clients around TIP, you're able to explain that. And for all your realtors, we're going to show you a great scenario on how to explain TIP to realtors in a way that realtors are really going to love. So Jacob, I'll hand it off to you, let you walk everyone through our app, help them explain it, and then I'll go through a few sales strategies and scripts that will help everybody.
All right, thanks, Dave. So what I'd like to show everybody today is some of the changes that are going to appear on your total cost analyses, some new fields, and I'm going to teach you a method of explaining them that's going to definitely help you spin this in a positive light. You want to talk about this in a very positive fashion because this metric isn't new. It's always been there. We're just now finally showing it to the consumer. So when the consumer sees these numbers, they're not going to really know how to react to them. So it's up to you as the originator to educate them on what this means so that it is a positive thing. And it's a helpful tool for them to compare the different mortgage programs against each other. Now, as you can see at the very top here, there's some verbiage that's going to appear on all of your presentations from Edge, and that's just going to say your actual rate, payment, and cost could be higher. Get an official loan estimate before choosing a loan. Now, that also appears on your mobile devices, so when they click on one of your links and go through the app, the first thing they're going to get is the disclosure. And of course, the disclosure has that verbiage at the top here. A client actually can't even continue until they hit I understand. Now, once they do, they're guided into your presentation. Now, you can see here in the browser version up at the top left, this is actually the summary section from both of the mobile sections. So if I was to go into one of these, you can see that I'm going to get the exact same figures as I do up here. Now, to explain what these programs are that we're showing here, is I'm showing three different variations of the exact same loan amount. I'm showing them back in 1995 for a $200,000 loan. You're going to have an interest rate of around 10%. Now, that equated to a tip of 216% here. Now, the 5-year cost for that loan, just short of $110,000. Now, my next product I'm showing is what does that loan look like in 2005? And you can see in 2005 we had much better rates. We were down to 5.75. That reduced our tip down to about 110%, and our 5-year cost down to just short of 75 grand. Now, your loan today at 4 1/8 results a tip of 74.4% and a 5-year cost of only 62.8. Now, the fourth column I'm showing here is the Dave Ramsey strategy. This is, try and pay off your mortgage as fast as you can. Earmark some extra money every month to go into principal. So I've done a principal reduction payment of $200 a month. Now that results in a pretty significant drop in tip. Over the life of the loan, I'm going to pay 23% less interest by doing this extra payment. Now this is also going to increase my 5-year cost because my 5-year cost does include the principal I'm paying. So money out of pocket, I'm increasing it $12,000. But if we look at what the long term looks like, and I'll show you that on my Android device here, you can see that just the difference between your loan today and the Dave Ramsey strategy, we're looking at $47,000 difference in interest, and that's just over the life of the loan if they chose to make this $200 payment. Now, that also shortens their freedom point, as you can tell, down to 21.58 years. So this is a great method for showing them what reinvestment strategies can do to help reduce that total interest percentage. Now, when you're building this out, just make sure you understand what these mean. Total interest percentage is the total interest that they're going to pay over the life of the loan divided by the principal balance. The 5-year cost, this is principal, interest, mortgage insurance, and closing costs. And those are just over the 5-year span. So as you can see, we've significantly reduced our 5-year cost just by having a lower rate today. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Get out there and share this with your clients. There's very easy ways to share in both Android and iOS. So I'll show you first back in the iPhone. All you have to do is tap on your branding here, and it's going to bring up a little window, and you can then share the report. Now on the Android side, we're going to go back, and you can actually see share report right here. So when I tap on that, it's going to ask me, how do you want to share it? Now these can be shared via text, they can share via email, you can send it to Facebook. There's all kinds of options you have on both sides. But with that said, Dave, I'll go ahead and pass it back to you and give us a little bit more color on this.
All right. Hey, nice job, Jacob. So everyone, Jacob just walked you through what TIP looks like on an Android device, on an iOS device, and on a desktop device. So here's some great scripting. When I interviewed Jeremy Forcier a few weeks ago, he made a great point. TIP helps make the importance of the mortgage decision even more clear and obvious. And then he went on to say, TIP helps you see just how expensive a mortgage can be and how important your mortgage decision can be to building wealth with real estate. So when I also did this TRID panel, we had Sean Herrero on the call. And here we are. Sean Herrero did a great job of educating and inspiring realtors by creating a scenario where he explains TIP, what is the savings over 60 months? What is the total interest and principal paid? So look at the cost. And when you look at TIP, it's amazing. Now, in Sean's case, he also added a video. And this is just a great realtor educational piece. It helps explain TIP. It helps explain just how low mortgage rates are right now, and it does it in a way that creates urgency around buying homes. So we're here to help you, whether you're meeting a client in a real estate office, whether you're meeting a realtor in a coffee shop. We want you to bring your A game. The scenario that Jacob went through around the Dave Ramsey experience, where it shows the cost of TIP by prepaying the mortgage or the cost of TIP at a 15-year mortgage. We're drilling down the details, and we're making it graphical. And we're showing you the savings over time. So here's what we want everybody to do that's listening to this call. We want you to make sure that you've got a couple TIP examples in your mobile device, Android, iOS, your iPad, so that when you're meeting with borrowers, when you're meeting with realtors, you're able to pull it out, and then you're able to refer it to them. The share feature. Again, depending on what device you have, your share of Mortgage Coach is different. This is the iOS device where we click on your name, then there's a share report button in the upper right-hand corner, and then you text it. So literally, while you're meeting with the client, you walk them through, you tell the story, you show the strategy, and then you click. You share this to the client. At the end of the day, your goal is to get this Mortgage Coach app on every borrower and every realtor's mobile device, and to make sure that you're explaining TIP. So we want to help you do that. Borrowers who get a total cost analysis have a 3, 5, 10 times better understanding of their options versus just a fee worksheet. So we've also provided you with some talking points. So make sure you download this or email our support team. We will put a link in the description when you're looking at this video. But we've got a lot of great TRID scripts, and we're here to help you guys be successful bringing TIP and TRID to market and doing it with a total cost analysis for Mortgage Coach. So thank you very much. Jacob, anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
Thanks, Dave. Just to let everybody know, on the end of this video in the comments section here, you're going to see that there's a couple of links to download these scripts. Please do download them, print them out, keep them by your side, and make this an MC habit. Thanks, Dave.